What's up guys, thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 most useful apps for CrossFitters in 2020. It's not just for CrossFitters. I think anyone in the fitness, not necessarily industry, but anyone that enjoys fitness and enjoys keeping record and getting the best performance they possibly can could find use with these apps. So the first one we're going to talk to, these apps are broken down into 5 categories. They're not necessarily they aren't at all in the same category. I chose 5 categories and chose the best apps that I could find and that I actually personally use in those 5 categories to talk to you about today. So the 5 categories are 1, mobility, record keeping or progress reports sort of thing, timer, performance guidance and recovery guidance. So mobility, especially with CrossFit, there's really 2 apps that most people use, GoWOD and WOD. I'm going to talk specifically about GoWOD because I find that to be the better one between the 2 for me personally. If you enjoy WOD sort of things more where it's just a guy talking to you and telling you what to do, that is great. The reason why I went with GoWOD the reason why I use GoWOD more is just because it's tailored to me personally. It's tailored to my weaknesses. It's something that I can, every month you do a mobility test and it shows you how much you've improved. So let's quickly have a look into GoWOD. So as you can see, my mobility is currently 73% and I have the possibility, I can test my mobility right now. I've done 13 hours mobilization data. This is what I really like about this. It keeps record of how much you've actually done, and then it selects a profile. So as you can see in top left, my mobility profile is overhead. One great thing about this is you've got your little press the play button down the bottom, and it's got all your necessary things that you would generally use. Stuff like pre-WOD. So in pre-WOD you can go and you can select your time and you can search what you're doing. Say we're doing a running workout. You can select running, it's whatever, let's say Jackie, right? So we're doing thrusters, pull-ups and running. Select that, generate my protocol, and it will create something for you to warm up. It'll tell you here what you need your necessary gear, so lacrosse ball, foam roller, barbell and band, and what this will basically entail. It takes 10 minutes as you've selected, and it still configures to your weakness. So it'll help you get overhead with the thrusters, for example. So if you say I'm ready, it'll start telling you what to do. It'll show you exactly where to put the lacrosse ball, etc. Show you what to do with the barbell, with the T-opener and the foam roller under the barbell. The cool thing about it is you can click on stimulus and it'll show you where you should feel this, and if you're struggling, if you can't do that, you can click on scale and it'll show you a scaled video or tell you what to do if you're struggling with that. So we're not going to harp on that. Post-WOD is exactly the same thing, and then daily. Daily is cool. We do daily every day. Obviously it's daily. We normally select 22 minutes and then it's just generated to your mobility but your weakness really. That is really cool. GoWOD is not expensive. It's $99.99 per month compared to WOD, which is $13.95. WOD is a great app, don't get me wrong. I just prefer having this direct guidance according to my weakness. In GoWOD as well, you've got the library where you can go and look for different sort of stretches. So if you do one that you really enjoy, that you feel like you need, for example, or you do a workout and you do the daily and I don't know, your posterior chain's hanging out a little bit, then you can go on per zone and you can select posterior chain, glutes or lower back or whatever, and that gives you all the different exercises and you can just do that. It's a really cool app. We're going to do test our mobility soon, and then hopefully I'll be better after 13 hours of mobility training. Right, moving on to the next one. The next one will be record keeping and progress reports, and for this app I selected SugarWod. SugarWod, I've been literally using this since I started CrossFit. What I really like about this it's got every record of every workout that you've got. So we'll start at the top. First off, friends. You've got your friends and you can fist bump them if you see them doing a workout. You can see here all my workouts I've done or my scores. I don't really record anything other than my actual weightlifting and strength record. So click on barbell and that will show you literally everything. Your back squats, cleans, every kind of lift you can think of, SOTS press, hang snatches, everything is there. Even the thruster is there, step up is there, pendlay row, everything is in there. You just put it in, and the great thing is it shows you your percentages as well. You can edit your up to 5 rep max, 1, 2, 3 and 5, and then it shows all of your percentages, and down here it shows you when you've done the last workout or the when you recorded the last score, so you actually have history, you know. And it yeah, it really cool app. Apart from that, it also, when you go on a benchmark, it also records every games you work out, all of the girls, all of the hero workouts. As you can see, I've done some of the girls workouts, and it'll also show you when you did that. So I did mine 2018 and then did a better score again in 2018, 6 months later, by almost a minute. So yeah, I think for record keeping, this is probably the best, this, in my opinion, this is the best app. If your gym is, for example, on Wodify, that's fine. It doesn't have everything, and it's very tailored towards your gym. So if you ever go somewhere else, that's still tailored towards your gym. SugarWod is free, which is really cool, and you find a lot of programming on here as well. If you click on whiteboard at the bottom, for example, you can see I'm currently on CrossFit main side. I used to be on main programming, and this should show up there, and it'll show me all the workouts for the day. Apart from that, you can also log any kind of workout, which is really simple and easy to do. You select log a workout, create your own, pull from RSS. So if you have, for example, you follow a program and they have an RSS feed, you can pull it from there. You can select benchmark or any of the other things there. Create your own. You can give it a title, put it in description, and select the scoring of all of these, which is really cool, handy. And then obviously the date when you did it. Right, so moving on to a timer. So for timer, I use WODProof. I'm sure most people probably use WODProof, although I've seen a lot of people use different apps. I really enjoy WODProof because not only do I have the possibility of doing, you know, the timing itself, I can also record it. So if I only have one phone, for example, if I don't have one of the cameras with me and I want to record the workout, I can still do everything. It's got loads of different timers. Stopwatch for time, you can always put on a time cap. As such, initial initial countdown you can set to 99 seconds. I don't see how you would ever need 99 seconds. Countdown, AMRAP, exactly the same, just simple. Interval training, this is really cool. You can set obviously your initial countdown. You can select your round duration. So if you're doing a 90 seconds on, 90 seconds off interval, for example, you just set them to 90. And oh yeah, and same here, and say you're doing 10 rounds, done, easy, say done, and then your time will start. Obviously I didn't change the initial countdown time. I usually put that on 10, that doesn't matter. And then it's also got Tabata, which you can set the different times. It's automatically set to the usual Tabata setting, 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. But you can set that to whatever you want. Then if you want to record, you literally just click the big round button at the bottom, you put your athlete name, and so forth. So WODProof is free standard, so like this, but you also have a pro version which you pay 9.99 per month. And to be honest, I don't need that, I don't do that, I don't really see the point in doing that. You don't really need more than that. Right, so the next app we're going to talk about is performance guidance. So this is basically an app that you can type in the workout that you are doing, and it will show you a rough idea of how fast you should go or how many rounds or reps or whatever you should be getting. This is WOD Time Calculator, or Calc. It's really cool. It's really simple to use. It does not have every movement possible, but for the most part it's got, and you can always, like, it doesn't have devil's press, for example, but whenever devil's press come up, I just put the same amount of reps with a burpee and dumbbell snatches or something. So basically all you do is open the app, obviously, click on enter WOD. There you can select AMRAP or for time, and then the cool thing about this is the different reps each round. So if you're doing a 21-15-9, you can do, say, 3 rounds, confirm, add a movement. Let's say we're doing just air squats, set reps. So here you just do 21, next round 15, 9. I mean, not that you would probably do that. And then let's say chest to bar pull-ups, set reps, 21, 15, 9. So this is a cool thing. Once you're done, click on confirm, and that will show you the workout. So here you can see, you can, say for example, look at beyond the whiteboard and look at how, where certain athletes fall in. So say you want to be a 95 percentile athlete, it'll show you the time you should be doing this in, which is a pretty intense time. But yeah, so this is a really cool app. It helps you push that a little bit extra in a workout, and especially if you're training alone, it gives you a guideline whether you're fit enough or whether you need to work harder, especially on certain movements. I really find this really good. It helps me a lot because I do programming as well. I also use this to figure out what time caps would be if I've not done the workout before, and what target times would be. So yeah, I think that this is a really cool app. And then the last app, or the last category I want to talk about, is recovery guidance. So recovery guidance is anything that helps you figure out how best to recover and how well you are recovered, how much you need, how much sleep you need, how hard you can push throughout the day, etc., etc. And really the only app that comes to mind, and it's not just an app unfortunately, but an app and the WOOP, is the WOOP app. So WOOP is, I've done an in-depth talk about WOOP, and you can have a look on about the video up here somewhere, whichever side, I'm not sure. Anyway, WOOP is really good. For me, it helps me to figure out how hard I should be pushing that day. It's not 100%, so some days I wake up and I feel like shit and it says I'm 94% recovered, or I wake up and I feel okay and it says I'm 31% recovered. It is still a good guideline. If you work according to that and say only rest on days that you are, say, in the red, I feel like that's a really good way to work it. I've figured out sort of how to use app to the best, how to use WOOP to help me train to my best ability, and that is largely just going according to that. One really good thing I found with using WOOP is it not forces me obviously, but it encourages me to get into bed earlier. Not necessarily sleep, but get into bed earlier. It also encourages me to use GoWOD a little more, because I find that the days when I use that, my recovery is better the next day. One really interesting thing that I've also noticed is on days after which I don't do an active recovery workout or run or whatever, my recovery is a lot lower. So I've really noticed how if I do an active recovery versus just resting the entire day, my recovery the next day is much better if I do active recovery. The active recovery is difficult to make sure that you figure out how intense to do it, which is why the WOOP app is really great, because you can do strain coach, so it'll show you how hard you've pushed and how hard you are pushing. You can, when you do it, you can look at your heart rate. It can show you how, your strain level, and if you go according to that during an active recovery workout, it's really, really good. It really helps a lot for me to recover and be able to train a little harder the next day. So yeah, those are the 5 apps, 5 categories that I would advise every CrossFitter should use. Or not just CrossFitters, again, any fitness enthusiast should use or could use. Obviously, you can get away with not using any of these. For years we did, and I did, and the top games athletes did without using any of this. But you have it there. As long as you can afford it, you know, there's no reason why you shouldn't or why you couldn't. There's a lot of them that are free anyway, so, you know, use it, try it out, and yeah, get after it. So if you enjoyed this video, please do like, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell button thing so you can get notifications whenever I upload a new video. If it helped you at all, please let me know down in the comments. And if there's any questions or anything that you specifically would like to see, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Cool. Hope you have a good one. Hope you're staying safe, and hope you are still, with this whole lockdown and coronavirus situation, still are able to train as much as possible. Cool. See ya.
Everybody wanna be like us, we don't stop cause the top just ain't enough, huh? I ain't never gave no fucks, I ain't scamming, you know black men don't blush, huh? Came here ready to fight on this night, you better just run for your life.